Yo, what's up, everybody? Ellis the Elephant here, coming at you with another episode of The Elephant's Corner, where we talk about DJs, finances, crypto, anything that I'm kind of interested in and want to talk about. Today, bringing you back another guest, LaRose Digital. He's been on the show before, so we're just going to touch base. We talked events, we talked crypto last time he was here, so I'm excited to dive in and just talk to him about what he has going on. What up, Matthew? How you doing?
Doing good. Excited to be here. You know, the second time is always a little bit better, so I'm excited. It's going to be a good show.
Gonna be a good show. Before we get started, we have Bender Extender. This is a hangover cure product that sponsors The View. You can use the promo code TheView10 at checkout to get 15% off. And they got great merch. They got amazing Bender Extender pills that basically are an herbal substance that will keep your hangovers away and keep you happy. So for all you people that like to go on benders, they are your extender. Now let's dive in. Matt, last time we talked, you were running events, you were working for Consensus, you were traveling the world to go do events there to, I guess, get content and stuff like that. What just give me a recap on what you've been doing since then.
Yeah, so last year I attended 11 crypto conferences in 2024. This year I haven't attended as many, but I recently just got back from Miami. Before that, I went to Vegas and Toronto. So 2025 was still a busy year. Maybe not as busy as 2024, but I've been doing events here in Dallas, Texas. We did a couple Solana events. The last event I did, I had Katana blockchain, so that was very cool, very exciting. They were incubated out of Polygon, and we have I'm in discussions with some very quality speakers. So one of the things I'm excited about is the quality of my speakers and my Rolodex, so to speak, is getting a lot more deeper. So I'm excited for next year to maybe do some bigger events and have some more great speakers and do some fun.
Nice. Katana, I did their seed round, actually.
Oh, really?
Back in, 2017, 2018, whenever they released. I remember doing their, lock the currency up. Then I got, a cut out of it. I still think that my shit's still locked up. I never got the Katana coin or anything from them.
Oh, well, it might be something different. Maybe it's another blockchain named the same thing. Because they launched their blockchain 5 or 6 months ago, and they'll over the next 2 or 3 months will be when their token launches.
Okay.
But I've already got people that invested early. I've already gotten their tokens.
Okay, well then that probably was not the same thing.
Okay, yeah.
But this was whenever they were doing the seed funding and stuff, a bunch of different companies were. But that's awesome. So you're looking at the market, you do events, market's been kind of shaky. We went up to all-time highs of 128. Now we're sitting around 90K. This is all BTC. I, for one, am still happy. I think that we have a lot higher to go. It's not going to go away. It might not be as volatile as what it used to be. But what are you seeing on your end? Participants in events, people wanting to throw money at events. What you got?
So actually, turnout for my meetups have been a little bit lower as of late, and sponsorships have been a little bit harder to come by. So I would say things have definitely been shakier. I don't know. One of the things that I kind of get as far as the sentiment goes is, yes, Bitcoin went from 16,000 to 123. That was a freaking bull market, and alts performed several multipliers too. So we definitely had a rise in the cycle. But if 120 plus Bitcoin was the top, I will say, from my opinion or my experience, I don't think we ever got to a euphoria stage. So if we are in the bear market and things are going to keep going down for a while, I don't expect this bear market to be as bad as maybe last cycle or the one before, because this cycle kind of ended on apathy as opposed to other cycles ended on euphoria. So for me, if we are in a bear market, obviously bear market is when you create wealth and bull markets make you rich. That's a term that a lot of people say in the finance crypto space. So if we are in a bear market, ideally, if you didn't take profits, lesson learned from next time. But now is the time to be buying, or over the next 6 months to 12 months if we're in a bear market. But things could still turn around. No one's Nostradamus and knows everything. But I do think if the cycle is over, I don't expect the bear market to be as brutal as years past, given that we didn't have euphoria.
I totally agree. My group chats weren't talking about like, buying mansions on the beach and stuff like that, getting crazy cars. I mean, I hit a couple of multipliers. It was great. It was a good market for me. I have ELE Studios now because of it. So I definitely learned from my past cycles that, like, yeah, it does come to the end. Music stops for a little bit. You got to always be raking off the top whenever you're talking about it with normies. As I say, like, you probably should be selling. I had a couple of normies hit me up whenever Bitcoin was at 100, and they were like, should I be buying? And I was like, I'm going to be honest with you. For a 10-year horizon, yes. But to make money now, no. Like, I'm selling you my coins. Like, I'm selling right now. I've been in the market, and I have this amazing picture that I charted out all the times that I told my friends to buy in our group chats, like my normie friends who aren't a part of it. And it was like, I mean, I perfectly just told them, like, buy here, buy here, buy here, buy here. And then they hit me up, and I sent them those pictures, and I'm like, look, man, I told you to buy for 2 years. You can't text me now whenever it's passing 100K and be like, should I buy now? No, you honestly shouldn't, but that's okay. That's okay. What I think about crypto going forward, institutions are in. I think that, the major FUD is going to be generated by mainstream media, and they're still telling you that it's a scam. It's this, it's that, the big banks. Well, I personally think they're telling you that because they want to be buying. They don't want to tell you, hey, put your 401ks into these crypto assets or take some of your 401ks out, because they're using your 401ks to buy crypto assets for themselves. You said in the shorts you were shooting earlier, Texas, let's touch on this. Texas is diving deep into it. They're welcoming these crypto companies in. You got Consensus that moved to Fort Worth. Coinbase moved. Texas just bought $10 million worth Bitcoin for their treasury. Let me know how you're seeing that landscape.
So I forget the actual term, but basically how Wall Street, they have their trading, they're opening up like something similar to like the NASDAQ here in Texas. So whatever Texas is doing, there's a huge financial players coming to Texas, whether it be lower taxes, more favorable, like less red tape. With Coinbase in the Web3 crypto ecosystem is literally the biggest financial institution outside of maybe like a Robinhood, if you want to compare them to that. Consensus, the parent company of MetaMask. MetaMask is still one of the largest crypto wallets in all of Web3. You go look at the Ethereum gas fees and like where are the gas fees going? A large percentage is like MetaMask is raking in some quality, healthy income, whether it be a bear market or bull. So all these big institutional players are coming to Texas, and I think there's, as far as crypto and Web3, I think this is a place to be. New York and San Francisco, I've actually seen a trend of like, talking to different companies as far as hiring. It's actually like there's been a shift of crypto companies wanting you to move to Austin, to New York, and to San Francisco. The beautiful thing about crypto and Web3 is it's like open opportunity for anyone to work remote all over the world. Kind of the downside is you got to come with it in the sense that it's global competition. You're competing against people in Hong Kong, Europe, Africa, South America. So blockchain has a bright future, but what comes with that is more competition.
More competition's good, though. Competition raises the stakes. They bring in better players. Better tech comes with it. So you love to hear that. Let's jump over to LaRose Digital now, your content side. I mean, I see you in spaces with big movers of the market. You're constantly posting on all the platforms. Let me know a little bit about how that journey is going. Are you seeing like, good waves coming from it? Let me know.
Yeah, so I need to do a better job the last couple of months of being more consistent with posting, but I will say, so Mario Nafal, he has the largest Twitter space in all of X. Now he's known more so on this politics side, but he has the #1 crypto space in politics and crypto. So I've been on his spaces sometimes like 3 or 4 times within a week. So I've been blessed with my brand and my network to get invites to these quality shows. I just did a podcast with a gentleman named Craigo. We chatted with Jackie Dutton and Shane Cook, who are emerging like rising stars in the Web3 space. So I've been blessed to be on great shows like your ELE Studios. Make sure you give a follow. But so as far as like creating content on other people's podcasts, like been getting open invites. I actually have an invite to potentially go speak at Texas University. I'll wait till it's finalized to officially announce that. But yeah, so as far as content goes, I'm trying to come here to like help basically become more consistent. But as far as events go, I'm planning on doing some bigger and better things in 2026.
Nice. You want to plug some of those? I know you got a cool Christmas party coming up. This will probably get released before then. So
Oh yeah,
you want to plug it?
So I like to. As far as community, if you're building your community, one of my biggest tips is: are you having fun? Or like, are people having fun? Are they enjoying the environment? So yes, I'm all about education when it comes to crypto and finance. Like unfortunately, it takes a learning curve to learn some of the knowledge that we have when it comes to blockchain and Web3. But also, I like to create an environment for people to have fun. So I know it's going to be later, but just in general, I'm hosting an event in Flower Mound at Arcade 92. Free pizza, free arcade entry. What else? Oh, and there might be a prize for people that have the best ugly sweater. So I'm
people love a good ugly sweater.
Yeah. So bullish on ugly sweaters. So
bullish on ugly sweaters, always have been. I got a couple. I'm gonna try to make it out to that. Is it on a Wednesday?
It is.
See. I gotta change these view sessions away from Wednesday because I feel like all the networking events always go down Wednesday, no matter if it's crypto or something else. Like I'm always missing out because they're on a Wednesday. So I gotta find, because that's my goal in 2026. I want to go to at least like 3 or 4 networking events a month. It's something that I fell off of in 2025. It really raised the level in 2024 for ELE Studios whenever I was trying to make a name for myself, just getting out there and making face and talking to people, because that's what they want to see. They want to see the person behind the account. So Wednesday, y'all check it out. I'm at least going to make a clip of this so he can post it. Now you have told me about some other events you got in the making for 2026. You want to just give a little, like, you don't have to give any like serious details. Just what are you thinking about doing to help the community?
Yeah, so ideally, this would just consider this like a teaser. I always try to go back to the community and ask what they want to do. AI, poker night, karaoke, like what type of things are they wanting? And a lot of the community, at least from my network, is requesting like a Web3 job fair. So one of the goals for 2026 is I want to do like a tech summit and hopefully ideally bring in companies, whether it be real estate, AI, blockchain, that are also hiring. But not every company is always hiring, so I want to do like an educational day. So I am excited. I have some of the brands that I've been past sponsors from previous events are very interested and want to participate. Right now, I'm still trying to lock in a specific venue. So if all goes well with venues, we might be doing, our LaRose Digital might be doing way bigger events. And also the goal is to put on free events for people to come. So no matter what walk of life you are, whether you're curious and just interested or you're a crypto expert or a professional, I try to put on events for both extremes.
I love that. Yeah, I mean, people are always looking for jobs. I mean, the job market is a little rocky right now. I suggest if you're sitting at home, you're thinking about a job, you're thinking about how can I get a job, learn AI. People are saying it's going to take the place of jobs. Yes, it will. But if you master it and you learn how it works, then you're probably not going to be replaced, because you're going to be one of the leading edges of the sword whenever it comes to that whole market shift. And, I mean, I use AI every day. It improves my life. It makes it a lot easier. I don't have to have an assistant. It is my assistant. So a lot of things come with learning a new tech, a new trade, or anything like that. Also, if you're looking for a job, you need to become a plumber or an electrician or something like that. They are in high demand, 6-figure jobs. I mean, don't look past these trades. I know that everybody's like, go to college, get a degree, blase, blase. That just comes with debt and an what's the word I'm thinking about? Saturation. Like, everybody's got a college degree now. You can have it in basket weaving. But these tech jobs are very in high demand, and so are the trade jobs. So don't look past the trade jobs. But I'm excited for the job fair. I think that's a really cool idea, bringing in companies. So if you're a company and you're looking for hiring, reach out to LaRose Digital. I'm assuming the more companies he has that want to be a part of it, the easier it is for him to land a venue. So get on that, reach out to him. I'm sure he'll be happy to set it up. And he brings in a good crowd to all of his events. And if it's a job fair, I see 2 to 3 times the amount of people showing up to that.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Yeah, so if you're a company, you know where to find me. I'll be tagged in one of the collaborators.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Well, I mean, the end of 2025, what do you think has been the most exciting one, informational two? So like one exciting thing you did, one informational thing that you like can take on with you for the rest, and then 3 would be the best connection you made.
Ooh, that third one I'm gonna have to ponder. The first one I would say maybe this is a little bit more fresh in my mind. I went to the Futures Conference in Hollywood, Florida, right smack in the middle between Fort Lauderdale and Miami. For me, it was just good to see people that I've been in the space with since 2020, 2021. And for me, the one thing I love about conferences is you get to rub shoulders with people. And yes, you get to be like, oh, I've been running with A, B, and C people, and I'm like, I'm way further ahead. Like the good decisions I've been making has paid off. But you also get to rub shoulders that are people are like way ahead of you and like definitely humble you. And then like you pick their brains. You're like, how can I improve? Like, I think I'm doing good, running at a good clip. But these conferences, basically not just with the networking and educational, they help like sharpen you. So
Nice.
for me, those type of experiences at conferences is what I really enjoy. And I really got that out of this past conference at Futurist. Yes, Miami and Fort Lauderdale was fun. That's what Florida might be known for.
Yep.
But it was a good reminder for myself to be grateful and appreciative how far I've come. But no, there's a lot of work to keep grinding heading into 2026.
Love that.
As far as what I've learned, I'm gonna cheat a little bit here and give a 2-part answer. So RWA stands for real world assets. So like real estate, tokenization of real estate. USA, from what I've seen, has been lacking on more real estate tokenizing their properties. And part of the reason that is just USA being a bigger company, we might be slower than someone like a place like Dubai. So like you're seeing RWAs in like our real world asset and tokenization in like places like Dubai and in smaller countries like take off. So I expect RWAs to continue to have success, and I think that's really good for blockchain as far as tokenizing real estate, tokenizing stocks, bonds. But
Watches.
Tokenize the world.
Tokenize it.
But just don't get too crazy. If you start tokenizing all these pictures, that's when you're probably like, all right, I need to sell everything. The one thing interesting I would say is the other 2 part to that is I'm seeing a lot of conversation with tokenizing energy. As far as like people trying to raise capital to go drill in oil, but also private credit. I've talked to some people that they think private credit is going to be tokenized way faster than real estate. And if you think about it, whether it be the U.S. national debt or debt from a local city, they probably want to have some debt to sell you, whether they're going to pitch yield. And part of that tokenized energy, Bitcoin mining, for those that don't know, requires a lot of energy. So there's been a shift in people that have been mining Bitcoin to go to AI. So data centers, you're going to probably get sick and tired of hearing about the future of data centers, but data centers is coming. Yep. AI requires a lot of energy. Bitcoin mining requires a lot of energy. There's going to be a race to who can capture the most data centers or most power. So as far as something I learned, I think private credit might be something that's overlooked. And just the future of data centers and how that's going to affect Bitcoin as far as something that I've learned.
Very interesting.
Connections. That's a good one.
Yeah, I had to throw in a pretty hard one.
So I'll say this. There's a gentleman named Kevin Kaiser. He works for the company called All Might. That's his brand. He sponsored 3 of my events that I did for Solana Summer here in Dallas. And he started doing content. He's jack of all trades, doing a little bit of everything, media, politics, and just basically trying to help crypto innovation. Well, just recently, He did a podcast like 6 months ago with one of the major thought leaders in the Base ecosystem.
Okay.
And a gentleman named Jesse, who's like basically the head of their BD of Coinbase. And Base just came out with basically a bridge between Base and Solana. And for those that don't know, it's crypto. You start going to these events or conferences and learning more. Everyone finds a sports team. Everyone has a religion. So when it comes to Base and Solana, outside of Bitcoin, Bitcoin is like digital gold, one of the best savings account on planet Earth. But when it comes to networks and people trying to do different things, Ethereum, Base, which is on Ethereum, Base is the market leader on the Ethereum ecosystem, and Solana is kicking butt. Whether price goes up or down for either of those, both of those networks are kicking butt just from a user adoption and from financial institutional money. Well, Base just built basically a bridge between Base and Solana. So Base is trying to play nice with Solana, but that kind of stemmed from Kevin did an interview with Jesse from Base, and Kevin used to work for the Solana Foundation. He doesn't work there anymore, but basically just making friends, like, why are we competing? And you're seeing cool little stuff like that of people trying to collaborate more instead of trying to compete. Most people, when they want to like increase their pride or ego, they want to tear other people down. When most people, I believe, I'm from the camp that we should just build each other up instead of we have an amazing view. I love the name of this show. If you look in the background, the beautiful city of Dallas, Texas, everyone wants to build the biggest building in the city, but instead of just lifting each other up, everyone tries to tear each other down to move up. So you're seeing cool stuff like that. And Kevin was a really good connection for me as far as sponsoring events and just someone to kind of see further down the path from where I've gone.
Yeah, we did an event. I helped you with an event at Compi, and that it went great. I think we had a bunch of people show up, so that was awesome. Yeah, man. I mean, that's really good things that you took away from 2025. I'll say that. Thanks for informing me about the personal debt.
Oh, yes.
That's huge. That's huge. There's so much debt.
Yeah. Like private credit. I don't even know where to get into. I just keep it simple. It's just that a lot of companies, a lot of sovereign nations, they have debt that they want to get off the books, or they want to sell it to you. Like, hey, you buy our debt, we'll give you a yield, or we'll give you this smoke and mirror, this shiny object. So they might use blockchain and this new technology as a way to bundle it up and package into something. So
love that, dude. Love that. Well, Matt, great talking to you, bro. I wanted to keep this short and sweet just to give everybody a little update about you. LaRose Digital, give him a follow. He has amazing shorts. He's always in spaces talking about spaces are on X for people that don't know. You're always talking to pretty high up, important people. So I love that. This dude is all about community, which is one thing that I always admired about him. So just let's give it up. Let's give it up for Matt. He's trying to push the space forward. It's really important that we have people like him in the Dallas area because, I mean, we got 6 million people here, you know? I mean, if we can get 600.001% of it, like that's a huge thing. Just keep moving it forward. Well, you want to do a plug before you leave or anything? Are you good to go? What's up?
What he mentioned it before. Follow LaRose Digital. That's my handle on mostly every platform out there. Building community, starting with blockchain, but also AI and real estate, just emerging tech. I try to do my best to leave the world in a better place than I found it, and hopefully that sowing good seeds leads to better.
I love that, dude. Well, this has been the Elephant's Corner. You can catch us on all streaming platforms. Well, not really. You can catch us on YouTube. We should be getting on all streaming platforms soon. We have merch. Check out our merch store. It is ELE Studios at Fourth Wall. We have shirts. We got bucket hats. We got mugs. We got sweaters. I'm going to be releasing another line probably January, and it'll be the Everybody Love Everybody line. So check it out. We have our sponsor, Bender Extender, that will cure all your hangover needs. I normally don't bring on sponsors, but they actually work. That's why I was able to team up with them, and I loved it. So use our promo code, TheView10. And yeah, that's it. Another great episode, another great talk. We'll see y'all next time.